use carbs as fuel. There's so many debates online about carbohydrates, and it's really exhausting to listen to all the different theories. One group will say carbs are the devil and carbs will make you fat. Never eat a carb. Or if you do eat a carb, just get it from fruit. And then the other side, usually the people that actually work with athletes will be like, no, carbs are fuel. They're going to fuel high intensity exercise. And it's like one of the most important things for optimizing your performance, your in-game performance, your recovery from lifting weights. Carbohydrates are essential. And really boil it down to this. Carbs are fuel. So just like if you have a Ferrari and you want to drive it across the city, you better fuel it up. But if you have a Ferrari and you're just going to sit it in the garage and it's not going to go for a drive and it's just going to sit there and look pretty, then fine. You don't need carbohydrates. You don't need fuel. You don't need gas. And so you want to really tailor your carbohydrate intake to your activity level. So again, if you're working out high intensity exercise, it is so essential that you have plenty of carbohydrates. So in this case, I do want to get carbohydrates from fruit, and you get some carbohydrates from vegetables, but I am a big believer that you're going to need either potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice. But if you're not training, right, you're going through a week of, very low intensity exercise, or you're just going out and walking is your exercise, you don't need a lot of carbohydrates to go for a walk. That's not intense enough to need a lot of carbohydrates. Like that person could probably get plenty of carbohydrates through meeting their daily fruit recommendations. So if you just get some fruit throughout the day, you're probably going to be fine. Like you don't need potatoes and rice. That is all just going to be extra. And if that extra leads to a caloric surplus, then that leads to fat storage. So I think the people who don't need a lot of carbohydrates end up eating a lot of carbohydrates. And then the athletes who really need a lot of carbohydrates, and they're probably not going to meet their daily recommendation through just fruit, and they need a potato and they need rice or they need a bagel, whatever, a lot of times they don't get it. So a lot of times the athletes are eating like general population and the general population are eating like athletes.